Fools on Parade.
Fools on Parade.
All right, so over in Arizona, Glendale Community College used AI to announce the names of graduates at a graduation, and it skipped dozens of people's names. And the folks just freaked out. They were like, well, you can still come up and take pictures and, you know, get your diploma or whatever. And folks were like, I want my name called.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
It's a ceremony.
Yeah, it took them a lot of work to figure out, like, we can just read the names. I mean, like, how messy, like, I don't consider that AI. You give it a list of things to read and then tell it go. And of course it messed it up. You know, you got to go back in and be like, hey, that's not everybody's name. And be like, you know what? You're right. You know how it responds.
Oh, yeah. You are correct.
Yeah. But this is foolish. Like, folks was upset. They were like, oh, why would you even do it, though? Yeah. Like, how much intelligence is there in it reading names? I'm pretty sure we had technology that could do that on Windows 98.
Yeah.
You could just type something in and it would say it. But whatever. It's foolish. It's foolish is what it is for sure. Some dude from Washington, talking about some fools, was down in Maui, started following an endangered Hawaiian monk seal along the beach and ended up throwing a big rock at it. Yeah.
I saw this.
And got filmed doing it. And now he's being charged by authorities for his activities.
Yeah.
Now, for throwing a rock at Lonnie, because this thing had a name.
Oh, it's bad.
So yeah, you throwing a rock at a named celebrity rare seal.
A beloved citizen,
like a citizen of the place. You know what I'm saying? This thing belongs there and you don't. And he said he says he wasn't trying to hurt it. He would never do that. There were some turtles nearby that he was trying to keep it away from. But he did go on to say up in Washington where he's from, seals are a nuisance. And it's like, so see, you just told me how you feel. You don't like seals. Don't try to play it off. You're throwing a rock at the seal. A celebrity seal got attacked by some dude on the beach. This is world we live in. It's some fools.
Terrible.
Picked a wrong seal to throw a rock.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently in the video clip that they have him on, he turns around to the person with the camera and says, "Yeah, but I'm rich."
Oh no!
Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's the perfect ending to that whole story.
I didn't watch the video. Yeah. I just read the article. I didn't see that. That would be.
Yeah.
That's terrible. So an NAACP president over in Charlotte warned white people not to contend for the interim mayorship of Charlotte. The most recent mayor was a black woman who resigned about halfway through her post. And this lady, Corrine Mack, said that white folks lobbying to be the interim mayor is seriously disturbing, tone deaf, and self-centered. It's not about you! Exclamation. Some racial political intimidation. I mean, isn't that? You just told white people. I
disagree.
Just told white people need not apply. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? You're self-centered for wanting to be the interim mayor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she has the. She has the right to say that.
It's a bit much, ain't it? Yeah.
A little bit.
Now I wouldn't run. No, bump that. I ain't having that conversation over and over. I ain't no fool, but just saying. So this young singing ass dude, Jack Avery, has a 7-year-old daughter with a TikTok influencer named Gabby Gonzalez. During a custody dispute, she, along with her father and her ex-boyfriend, are charged in a murder for hire plot to kill the singer, her baby daddy, Mr. Avery. Now, guess who they ended up talking to on a recording about this plan?
The FBI.
The feds. Every damn time it's the feds. You fools. You can't do that. We've told you over and over. I guarantee you're going to be talking to the feds. Nevertheless, that's what they did. That's what they did. How foolish is that? That's 25 to life foolish.
Yeah, all the way.
25 to life.
All the way.
You got your damn mind. And this is the murderous fool right here, by the way. She can't trust her. Can't trust her. So this, man, I saw a post on Reddit where this person said, I'm mad. I'm kind of mad that they stole tap dancing from us. This is on our Black People subreddit. Okay. And I'm kind of mad that they stole tap dancing from us. Now this, I saw it had been there for a day and there was not a single comment. You might be one of the only people, first of all, who has this feeling. But you know, like, what are we doing? They stole tap dancing from you. Like, do you tap dance? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? You can tap dance.
There's so much bad. There's so much. This is so bad.
You could. It makes me feel bad though, because I'll read like subreddits like are black people, and a lot of times it's so it's sad. Yeah. It's like what it focuses on. You know, you're looking at people and saying, no, don't think about that. You can go and tap dance. People can tap dance. Like we can all tap dance. I'm skipping over the fact that tap dance is rooted in a fusion, to quote Wikipedia, of African and Irish dance traditions. So, I mean, they stole it from us. What's this they us stuff, man? I don't know.
It's the wrong attitude. You shouldn't take that stance.
I don't think so. I think it's foolish.
Looking at it the wrong way.
And apparently nobody really cared. Now, maybe by now somebody made a comment, but there was like 4 up thumbs after a day and no comments. I was like, oh yeah, ain't nobody worried about tap dancing. You'll be all right. So Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass was campaigning for re-election and said taxpayers should pay to fix all the meth heads' teeth because they ain't ever getting a job. Look, you know what I mean? So she wants taxpayers to pay to fix all the meth heads' teeth. They got the homeless problem and everything else in LA. This is one of her solutions for that. And it's like, should we? Yeah, probably. Would I? Hell no. You out your that's not my problem. That's not what we founded America on. You went and messed your teeth up.
Yeah, that's a hard argument to make.
It's too many.
You're not gonna win that one.
Yeah, I mean, and what happens when you look up and just be like, you know what, man? I was born with bad teeth. I can't afford to fix them. How about I just go do some meth for a minute?
Unintended consequences.
You know, it's a gateway.
Yeah,
it's a gateway. You're telling people you're gonna pay for it. It's foolish one way or another. No, and then they got this other LA mayoral hopeful, Nithya Rahman. She didn't want to be outdone by Karen Bass, so she said the city needs to ban grilling, cookouts, and barbecues during times of high fire threat. I mean, that kind of, you know, it's like, is this what leadership looks like? Coming out and being like, here's what I'm going to ban. You know, like, why is that where your mind is? You know,
now, I know Los Angeles burned halfway down.
It did. Well, okay. Yeah. But you have to ask yourself, like, what's the most un-American stance I could take right now? These people who aren't talking about whether or not they should be cooking out is not a topic of conversation. And I'm going to come and tell you, by the way, if you thought you was going to cook it out,
don't cook out.
I want to pass a law saying you can't cook out. Now, I mean, like, should you grill out when the winds are gusting and everything around you is flammable?
Probably not.
Probably
not. Yeah.
But could you? You damn right I could. I am free. You know what I'm saying? That's not how.
I lived in California for a short while and had not ever thought about a fire regulation. It was winter. It was cold outside. And it wasn't even my house or my apartment at the time. It was somebody else's. And I was like, oh, we can start a fire. And then retired fire marshal, who was at the same place I was at the time, he's like, I don't think we can do that right now. And I was like, why do you say?
What kind of what does freedom look like?
Yeah. And he went through all of the fire regulations, and I felt like the fool.
You were the fool. You were the fool.
I was like, oh.
Scenario. Well, yeah.
What do we do? Do we put this out now? Like,
yeah, you definitely shouldn't be doing it. But I'm just not sure that her showing up and telling you she gonna ban it, she's bringing it up when it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not like it hasn't been looked into. I guess that's kind of my point. There is like, there are regulations that exist already.
Yes,
for exactly this thing.
Foolish. So insane people are praising this as real journalism. Former President Joe Biden's son did a sit-down interview with Candace Owens. So you got Hunter Biden and Candace Owens. And he brought up the fact that in the past, she has called him a crackhead. And he said, but yeah, I am a crackhead. And it's like, I know, man, these crackheads getting too bold, bro. You know, like I'm looking out here, I'm like, you don't seem to understand the game. The reason we called you a crackhead was because it was supposed to shame you and be demeaning. But I have observed that these crackheads don't mind.
Less so now.
They like, yeah, I'm a crackhead. And it's like, no, see, you got the game messed up. This was a pressure campaign that we were all in on to try to stop you. Now you wear it like a badge of pride, man. We failed. We failed. Fools, every last one of us. But these two fools out here getting paid, getting views. I've seen them talk. They ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing. Like before it's over.
I bet they got a lot of ratings.
Well, I guarantee she going to accuse somebody of being a man. You know, I mean, she going to get into some junk, you know. Candace Owens, man. So now this is serious. This is serious. Tone has changed a little bit here. Right. A teacher, and by the way, that chronic time kind of hitting me right when it gets serious. A teacher in Louisiana has been sentenced after lacing students' cupcakes with her ex-husband's sperm.
Oh, no. Why?
There's a few things to wonder about here. Now, you might wonder, how did anyone even find out?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked. During an investigation into her and her ex-husband, potentially a 9 or 10-year-old child, investigators found video evidence on one of their cell phones of the entire process to lace the cupcakes. What the fuck?
I mean, you were right. This is a shift in the mood for sure.
They are beyond fools. I was like, I was like, everybody, it makes me think like everybody's out there having debates about this thing and that thing. And these moms off in their house
doing this,
doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you try to pick the wide array of everybody out there, because, it's like easy to get caught up and think the way you're looking at the world is the way everybody's looking at the world. Man, the range.
It's things like this is why Hunter Biden can feel comfortable in an interview just saying, yeah,
I'm a crack. Yeah. Well, and it's things like this that make it very easy to be like, I'm pretty sure I'm a good person.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm setting the bar so damn low.
That's right.
I'm like, these fools out here do anything. I won't do anything.
He's like, yeah, I'm a crackhead, but I mean.
This is her husband. I don't even want shit. So lightening it back up.
Okay, good.
One of our favorites is back. Joy Reid. She's back out there talking again.
That's your girl.
She be talking.
That's your girl.
Now, she said that America was built on mediocre white men. That's her quote. Now,
golly, man, she comes at us
It's so hard. Now, but here's the thing. I could have swore we all agreed that it was built on slave labor or immigrants or both. Like, that's the conversation. When we talk about this, that's our belief.
Don't forget the natives.
I don't even know. Yeah. It was
Got them all.
It was built on their actual land. But I think, generally I think we're talking about like not the people who you stomped. Well, I guess slave labor is pretty bad. So yeah, I guess yes. Why am I not including everyone?
That's why,
this is why they got the letters.
Yeah.
This is why they got the letters. It's everyone except me.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? I thought that's who it was built on. But she has to come out and say mediocre white men. And here's the thing too, is we're in an election cycle. Things are starting to hype up. And when I see someone just going back into the bag and making everything about racism and this and that, and, it feels like the definition of insanity, right? Like if you keep doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result, that's insane. And it's like, I thought we learned some lessons from this last election cycle to be like, hey, let's just not do the division, racial politics of all people. Let's not just pick on all white men, which are a very large voting block. And
the largest.
Yeah. And basically tell them you get in that corner over there and then sit and yell at them and be like, look at them in that corner. Like you.
And then when they don't get in the corner, call them names again.
Yeah. Just be like, until you finally can get over or something, mediocre. I mean, and here's.
So I'll stick to that word right there because there's an assertion there that you are not mediocre when you say.
Oh, well, and I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
I actually have that in my notes here. But the thing is, she went on to say that white men aren't even going to college because they've been told they deserve everything they get and don't have to work for it. Like, she's saying that white men in America have been told you don't even have to do anything and you'll get it. There are so many poor white men out there. There are so many raggedy ass white men out there. I don't know what world she lives in. What is she talking about? She's making up a cultural message. You know what I'm saying? That she says these people, white men have been infused with or something. Like you just gonna get it no matter what you do. It's gonna work out. She says this is what America was built on, telling these weak-chinned, unaccomplished mediocrites that meritocracy means they get everything they want.
Hey, man, it's
my God, damn, like she just going heavy.
Harsh. Why?
White people fail too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. You brought up the
more white people fail, probably
than almost anybody.
Percentages say.
Yeah, but by percentage, no, but by raw number, yeah. Right? That's it. But here's the thing, this lady is a first generation American. Her parents immigrated from Africa. She ends up going to Harvard. Now, she was on MSNBC. This is a black woman on MSNBC hating on white people and Republicans. And they couldn't keep a space for her. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So she got fired from her job. She's gone to Harvard. She's been fired from her job. She's still worth $4 million. Now, I mean, you're sitting around calling people mediocre. MSNBC couldn't hold on to you, and you don't do nothing but hate. That's all you do. You can just bring it every night. And they were like,
yeah,
we're not liking this. And you want to call somebody else mediocre?
Yeah.
And why do you have $4 million? You can't keep a job.
Failing up.
Mm-hmm. And you went to Harvard. Who are you preaching to?
Yeah.
You act like, you know what I'm saying? You first generation in this country, and you talking like your great-great-grandfather was a part of something, and you've kept up with it, and it means something to you. You read it in the books the same as I did. That's all you know. You don't even have, you know what I'm saying? I would call it cultural appropriation at some point. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like you getting into some we stuff, and I'm like, who is we? You just showed up.
All right.
Anyway, mediocrity. It's foolish. It's foolish. Joy Reid. People just should not. I mean, look at her wearing her own T-shirt, the joyreidshow.com. That's what she's doing. Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's what she's. Let me do that too. But that's what she's doing. That's what this is all about. It's just getting clicks. You know,
Yeah.
like if I just go out
That's
here
why she says this.
and go off about white people over and over, then, you know, I'm going to get some attention. And
how at all could that kind of talk possibly help the conversation? This is what we talk about.
It doesn't help at all.
Not at all.
There's no reason for that to come into a conversation
Not
with
at all.
another person, but because that is nothing but a dagger.
It's entirely self-centered because it's all about the clicks and it's all about the money you can make. So you are not helping the conversation at all.
And the thing is, if everybody...
And you talk about Fox News all the time for not helping the conversation.
And look at what you're doing. And the thing is, if everybody would just turn on her real fast, she will flip. She did it in the past. She posted some mean stuff about gay people. And then when people called her out on it, she like slowly rolled out this, somebody hacked my account and moved on. And it's like, so see, you can't, you know, because she knew, I'm going to lose clicks. Nah, her real opinions had to
switch over.
She understood the game all of a sudden, right? That's what she's doing. She's just playing the game. She's making money. So liberal podcaster Briahna Joy Gray recently said many of her liberal friends would vote for Tucker Carlson over Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, heretofore to be known as AOC. Now, first of all, she's been fooled. Her friends must not be liberals.
No.
Somebody lying here, right? No. Now, if you would vote for Tucker Carlson, who is like a early Timu beta version of Charlie Kirk, you are not a liberal, no matter what. You cannot say that. Now, she went on to say that she doesn't know what to do in this completely insane imaginary scenario either, because she couldn't in good conscience vote for AOC. Once again, I think she's been fooled. You are not a liberal. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have been lying to yourself. You're not a liberal, and the people you hang with are not liberals. I'm starting to see the picture. What the hell are you talking about? The only thing liberal about this is taking an imaginary scenario, overcomplicating it, and talking through it like you're sitting with like a therapist or something. Like, well, what if? Why are you even what if in that? That makes no sense. It's not going to happen. And people listen to this person. Just saying. They only, I ain't making no money off this. You know what I'm saying? I'm invested.
What it is.
Just got some bullshit about voting for Tucker Carlson. Vote for Tucker Carlson. Who would do that?
Who would vote for Tucker Carlson?
Who? You know what I mean?
51% of America, probably.
In the previous episode, probably so. In the previous episode, we talked about RTTL, Return to the Land, an all-white community in the Ozarks, where you have to apply and prove you are white enough to be allowed to purchase land and live there. Now, this white lady in St. Louis is suing them for discrimination after they denied her application. She has Jewish ancestry and is married to a black man.
Not white enough.
With whom she has 3 children.
Not white enough.
But the application is specifically to filter out Jewish and black people. But she also said she couldn't believe the questions that they asked on the application and was shocked to be denied.
Were they racist?
Yeah. She said there was never, but yes, that's what she was like. Oh my God, why would they ask that? It's like, so you, if you heard of this place, then you knew what they were doing, right?
Why were you trying to move it?
Yeah, you walked right into it. No, but she says there was never a plan for my husband and children to go there. I'm bold, but I'm not stupid. Like, she was going to rent it out. It was a good deal. It was cheap land. Oh. And it's like, so you're not stupid, then why are you playing stupid? You clearly knew that this was a racist situation. Right. And yet now...
On the money-making side, you had it figured out.
Yeah, you're like, I just want to make that money. And they're like, no, we don't do that. And you're like, oh, I can't believe you're discriminating against me. Do you see who these people are? On the application, it's like, do you belong to any other white nationalist groups? That is a question. That is a yes or no question. And then I think you might have to list the groups if you say yes or something like that. Yeah. This is a detailed white supremacist scheme here. I mean,
they're checking your credentials.
They are, and you upset. I mean,
What did you expect?
foolish. But those are my foolish. You have any of them hit for you?
Yeah, that's good.
Any favorites? There's some, some foolishness.
I like that last one.
That last one, yeah. I like being able to call back to the all-white community. If you don't remember in the previous episode, I floated the idea that it would be great to do like safari trips up in that Mamma Jamma expeditions, like especially like tour black people around it and be like, look at them. It'd be so fun to watch these really white people like trying to figure it out. And like take pictures.
You get them in on the African safari. They get them in the golf carts. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
just white people running at them, and
you're like speed off. Like one of them jumps on top of the cart, and you're like, don't nobody move. I'm telling you, it's such a hilarious idea.
Sometimes they're on crystal meth.
I know, I need to do like a Key and Peele type skit show, man. I swear, man. If I had the resources,
that would be
come up with some silly ones, man. I'd have a good time. But yeah, that is pretty funny, and it's about as foolish as it gets.